Sup gamers, and today I've challenged myself to beat Terraria while only using musical instruments, which are a new class of weapon introduced in the Thorium mod. Starting the adventure off, I chopped down some trees and attempted to craft my first weapon. I say attempted because somehow I managed to install the wrong mod. Having failed the challenge before even starting, I loaded up a fresh world and committed further tree-based genocide, made a workbench and crafted my first weapon. Exploring the left side of the world, I came across a desert, absolutely demolished its inhabitants, defaced an ancient monument, got bored, and went home, which I built shortly after. Once I'd settled in, nighttime had approached, but I wasn't quite done with that day's exploration, so started digging, making sure to block off the entrance to my hole for insurance purposes. Returning to the surface, I checked out the multitude of new Bard items.
Oh damn.
And I really couldn't do much else, but before I even thought about heading back underground, well...
Man, oh my god, you stupid asshole! You dumb ass! You fucking, oh, you piece of shit.
And that's how the guide lost his indoor privileges.
Don't go back in there, you're not allowed.
Still a little bit mad, I continued my mining-based escapades, my keen eye for pressure plates aiding my survival. Oh. I cleaned up the crime scene, returned to the surface, forged a harmonica, and did some remodeling. Making one poor life decision after another, I took a stab at the underground desert, which went as to be expected. And then, I could not tell you why, but I did it again, which went better?
Yeah. Oh, I guess I'm in here now.
Back again in the caverns, I encountered my first of many new enemies added in Thorium. And I'm gonna be honest, after finding all of this cool new stuff, I was ecstatic.
Whoa!
Back on the surface, I made a slight upgrade to my armor, and I was also able to craft a cool new weapon which had its kneecap snapped backwards by the reforge. Like, look at that shit. That shit was so bad, in fact.
What? That's f***ing insane!
That I made a new one.
Yeah, f*** you, supersonic.
Currently, almost every time I dig down, I seem to die. So what if I did the opposite? Now usually the most appealing part of the floating islands is the sky chest, or maybe ores, but I was much more interested in the clouds themselves.
This is the stuff I want so I can get my cool ass fucking space bugle.
And upon crafting said space horn, I was made aware of a key feature of all big instruments, which look like this. And to explain it most simply, you click when the arrow's on teal and get bonuses when done correctly. Again back in the caves, I stumbled upon this mysterious room, which I only as of writing the script realized that I forgot about, and still have no idea what it does. I'm sure this house design will cause zero problems in the future.
I feel an evil presence. Brother! This is too much! Oh my god, please don't have them both go at the same time. That would be incredibly poor timing. Man, this is like not cool at all, bro. Okay, King Slime, gone. Literally one shot. Heal. Woo! This is all my fault. Why did I build my house like a fucking maze? What the f***, bro, though? Holy shit, why did it spawn me in the middle of like two fucking what the f***? That's the most bullshit. F you, game. Go f*** yourself. That is so f*** you.
Now with the Bard class, to use your weapons, you need a resource called Inspiration, which is basically mana but in this little circle. And like mana, you can increase it using these little green notes. Back at the house, I was actually ready to fight the Eye of Cthulhu, so I did.
Huh.
Following my phenomenal win against the Eye, I, with ego inflated, waltzed down to the corruption, caused damage to public property, and you guessed it, died. Clearly, I needed an upgrade, and this piano was not it. Now gamers, you might be wondering, how the f*** did I get here? Well, I couldn't tell you. I say this because for the next literal hour of the challenge, I not only forgot to record the game, but I'm pretty sure using that piano made me crazy.
Crazy? I was crazy once. They put me in a room. A rubber room. A rubber room of rats. The rats made me crazy.
But now that we're here with two new weapons, a ukulele and the honk, some fresh NPC housing, and an admission into an insane asylum,
Crazy.
we can get down to business. To further aid in my conquest against the Eater, I decided to open up the corruption and build a small arena, which probably would have helped, but somehow I'd confused the number of shadow orbs I'd already broken, and when breaking what I thought was orb number 2, got a massive jump scare.
Oh, what?
And immediately teleported home. Moving on, I once again was ready to take on the Eater of Worlds, and you've got to be kidding me.
Goblin army is a pro. What the f?
Things did not go well, and this combined with their inconsiderate timing definitely exacerbated my rather extreme dislike of their existence. But with a bit of luck and 30 minutes of my life I will never get back, I did it.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
I didn't get straight back to business, however, instead opting to track down the Goblin Tinkerer. And back at the surface, I combined some of my gear at the Tinkerer's workshop and got absolutely scammed with his reforges. My miserable performance fighting the Goblin army made me realize how shockingly bad at the Bard class I truly am. To compensate for my pure lack of gaming ability, I decided to enhance my gear way beyond reason. The first of many upgrades was the Skyware loot.
Oh, I should make a elevator, shouldn't I?
Next, I dug a elevator, and upon reaching the underworld, immediately began gathering hellstone. Having plundered a decent amount of ore, I returned to the surface to see what I could craft. Having considered my options,
That's kinda cool.
I decided on the Hot Horn. Fabled! Oh, it's like the best one! Oh, that's so cool. I returned to hell and...
Oi, voodoo demon.
Oh my god! I see. Having returned almost empty-handed,
Shout out to Terraria Dev.
I once again descended into the depths of hell, and finally remembered to bring obsidian skin potions, which, if you didn't know, make you not die in lava, which makes mining hellstone a whole lot easier. Speaking of a whole lot easier... Boom! Massive armor! 24 defense! I thought that'd be more, to be honest. And of course, I made the bongos. Now by this point in the game, you think that I was pretty good at following simple crafting recipes, like the one for worm food, which clearly says I need 30 vial powder, which is why when I have 25, I cannot craft it.
Am I just dumb or something?
Yes. Yes, you are. Fixing my absolute blunder, I knew this fight was going to be tough, and that's why I wasn't at all prepared for what happened next.
Oh my goodness. Hang on. Wow, yeah. Did I win?
And to quote myself,
I killed it so fast, the game didn't register that it died.
okay, now as great as this may seem, I didn't get my goodie bag, so here I am, fighting it again. And I still have no clue why the Eater of Worlds dropped nothing, but if you've got any ideas, feel free to let me know in the comments below. And just to be extra cautious, I made sure to take my time as to not break the game again, which luckily worked. Yeah! With victory on the horizon, I rushed to the dungeon and immediately began construction on a Skeletron arena, making it as large as possible to ensure I kept my distance from this high damage boss. Finished with the arena, I waited for nightfall, ready to fight Skeletron. Oh, not again.
I see.
I went into the fight a little disappointed, but I was keeping my eye out for... yeah, that one.
Yes! Oh, how did I get it so quickly?
Unexpectedly, the Thorium mod added a bunch of new enemies and drops, which kept me entertained throughout the fight.
Oh, this is sick.
And even after the event was over, I was visited by an unexpected guest.
Oh!
Seeing what he had to offer...
oh! New weapon. I do want to see what it's like. Oh, that's fire. Yeah, I like that.
Buffing up? I think you know what time it is. I fought hard, but I'm gonna be honest, this was not a difficult fight, and to rub salt in the wound, well...
lol. Entering the dungeon like my penis entered your mother. Hoi.
Yep, what he said. Now in the dungeon, I was after the Thorium exclusive Ducksteel Ingot dropped by these fellas, or crafted with bones and spikes. This is not the only thing Thorium adds to the dungeon, however, and I had a great time exploring all the newfangled items like this.
Peculiar mirror. Touch. Oh, there's a boss. That's crazy. I see.
Not at all discouraged, I found myself back in the dungeon, finding even more stuff.
Ooh, a painting.
Having gathered sufficient stuff, I emerged from the dungeon completely unharmed, made my way to a demon altar, and crafted yet another shiny new weapon, using it once and immediately throwing it on the ground. Back at home, I unsuccessfully hung my Grey D painting.
I f***ed it up. Booyakasha.
And now only one thing stood between me and victory. The Wall of Flesh. As I approached this final battle, I spent days constructing the perfect hell bridge with no flaws at all, which would carry me to victory. And upon its completion, I was ready. With every buff potion I owned in hand, I once again descended into the underworld, and here goes nothing. The fight began as any other, and as things progressed, it was looking more and more like an easy victory. My health remained almost frozen at 100%, while the Wall of Fleshes slowly decreased until I ran out of bridge. Though, not to worry, I had planned for this, having consumed a water walking potion, and you've got to be kidding me. Again, that's fine, as long as I have a clear path, I should be oh. Well, and as you could probably guess, I was not too happy.
What? How is that not enough space? Oh, that's so cool. That's like my favorite thing in the whole world. What the f***? All this space. Not enough? Okay. Yeah, that's cool. That's crazy.
Well, that was fun. Now, I only had enough potions for one more attempt, so I obviously really don't want to lose. So I made my bridge twice as long, and that's about it. So let's f***ing do this. Unfortunately, being so focused on not stuffing up caused a severe lack of witty commentary, which I'm very disappointed in. Anywho, as the fight once again progressed, it too was looking like an easy victory, but just as I thought I was in the clear, you'll never guess what happened. I won!